Hi and welcome to this week's Fried AI with me, Billy McLaughlin, where I cut out the fuss, get to the facts on how AI is impacting our industry in accountancy, bookkeeping and finance. This week I genuinely feel like I could speak to you for about 30 minutes, which means I'll just have to speak even quicker than I normally do. This week we've seen Shopify and DuoLingo release some pretty futuristic AI policies. Microsoft have given us some good news and some bad news, and OpenAI have had to wind back the sycophant ways of ChatGPT. I've also got 3 really great updates on software that majority of accountants use every single day. So AI is now the first port of call for extra resource. That's according to the CEO of DuoLingo and Shopify, who have actually come up with these really futuristic policies. And the reason why I wanted to start with this is because I think it's a really great opportunity for us to understand the mindset shift that's going to be required with the extra resource available with AI. So what have they said? Essentially, if you want extra resource in your team, you've got to go to AI first. So what we've previously seen is if you want extra resource, you've got to prove why you need it. Well, actually now what they're saying is if you want extra resource, you need to prove why AI cannot provide that service, that workflow, whatever it is you need it for. And it really got me thinking, because I don't actually hate this policy, despite this making headlines for really negative reasons. I think somebody leaked this from one of the big companies and the CEO just came out, owned it and said, yeah, that's what I said. Said what I said, and there's good reason behind it. It comes down to that guilt that I think a lot of us are still feeling for using AI, and we need to stop the guilt. There's nothing to feel guilty for. And actually, if I was in a business and about to engage with an accountant, a marketeer, or any service-led business, if they were using AI, I'd be more likely to use them, because I would think, great, what more are they going to be able to offer me rather than just what one person can offer me? So I think that mindset shift is actually going to be really powerful. It's not like the days of cloud inception where clients would say, well, you're doing less work, so does my bill go down? We all had that. It's actually more about saying we can now provide X, Y, and Z, even though we only engaged with you for ABC, and we can provide all these extra services. And I think that's a really exciting opportunity for us. What we need to actually think is, so what extra things can we now offer with the assistance of AI, but with the same amount of human bodies in our office? I would be really interested to know what your take is on this kind of futuristic policy that we're seeing make the headlines, and if it's something that you're going to incorporate in your practice. Next up is Microsoft, who gave us some fantastic news about their share price increasing alongside Meta, which they are attributing to their use of artificial intelligence. However, Microsoft also gave us some bad news with their cyber signals report. They said in the past year they've prevented $4 billion worth of fraud happening in their systems, and they're blocking 1.6 million bots per hour from accessing their systems. 1.6 million per hour. How on earth are you possibly supposed to be able to defend against that without having an organisation like Microsoft on your side? And what they've said is that these cyber criminals are becoming much better at scraping data from the internet and scanning data. And because of that, they can build really compelling profiles on you, your clients' businesses, whatever it may be. So this is a good opportunity to speak to your clients, make them aware of this. We've just seen Co-op, I think Harrods have just had a huge cyber attack in the last 24 hours, and M&S as well this week. So the cyber attacks are very, very rife. It could be a good opportunity to encourage our clients to use you as a registered office and really limit the amount of information that is available of them on the public domain. Now, this one kind of really made me laugh and made me feel slightly attacked as well. So OpenAI have identified that ChatGPT is maybe just a little bit over-encouraging. If you've asked it if an idea is a good one, you've probably got a very, very excited response. So just to let you know, OpenAI are dialing that back. They are doing an update to kind of turn down the enthusiasm slightly. They also did a really great update on Monday, which is all around the shopping experience that you can now do through ChatGPT. They've updated their shopping experience, which means that if you ask for recommendations, it can give images, and it can give reviews. This is super important if you've got any clients in e-commerce, especially in fashion, beauty, home goods, or electronics, because that's where they're focusing first. I've said it once before, I'll say it again. Is this the slow death of Google? Answers on a postcard. Moving on to something more specific now in terms of software, and Dropbox have added some AI enhancements to their product Dash. I covered this last year, I think, when it was first launched, but what it means is you can now search across all of your products, all of your files, and you can even search within different types of files. So whether you want to search in documents, photographs, videos, etc., you can do. And they're integrating with some communication tools like Zoom and Slack, which means that if you are using Dropbox, it's not such a standalone product anymore. It can now integrate with some of your other systems, maybe like Microsoft Teams. So if you're using Dropbox, do have a look at Dash and see how the AI element can help you. Talking of documents, DEXT have launched a fantastic new feature in their product. It's their 38th feature launch this year, which is crazy. I wonder if that's where the orange glow comes from, because the development team are just massively on fire. DEXT have launched Vault just this week for all DEXT users. And this is fantastic if you're already using the product for putting in sort of expenses and sales and whatever else you might want to use it for. You can now also use this as a document management tool for your clients' data. See it a bit like a one-stop shop for all client information with regards to their business. How I envisage this working, and especially paired with their new rental statement extraction, is if you've got clients that need to store things like leases, insurance documents, contracts. If it's a landlord, they get all these ridiculous extra documents like EPCs and gas safety certificates. They can actually upload them into the vault and they've got it all there available. Now, where AI really comes into play is that it can actually tag and summarize these documents and pull out any key date so that your clients have got due dates or expiry dates or whatever they might need it for. This is an absolute no-brainer for me. In my opinion, I think if you're already using this product, why would you not roll out this extra service and allow your clients to use AI to its full potential when it comes to the document management aspect in a tool they're already using? And last but certainly by no means least, the guys over at Briefcase, who are determined to allow AI to do a lot of the heavy lifting of bookkeeping, have done 2 new feature releases. So just in the last day, you've now got the ability to see which similar transactions AI has used to categorize new expenses that are put through the product. And that just gives you that understanding of how AI is thinking and why it's sending things to the place it is in terms of categorization. The second is prepayments. Now, this tool is super nifty. I think this is fantastic. And this is where you can really see it taking the heavy lifting out of bookkeeping. So what it can do is it can actually detect if there is a prepayment from an invoice that's been uploaded. It's able to pull out the amount that needs to be prepaid and the period, and then also create journal entries for the end of every single month to account for those prepayments. Taking it one step further, it can then make those adjustments through into your Xero account. And I've seen this in action. It's really, really great. They've even got a dashboard that shows you all of your prepayments. It gives you a full summary so you can see exactly what is about to come, what's been posted, and essentially a full summary of all of the prepayments that are going through a certain client's books. As promised, there was absolutely tons to get through this week, but as always, please do send me a message if you do come across anything, and comment below if you found this useful. Feel free to share with anybody you think might find it handy. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next week.